Hey Marvel Strike Force. I wanted to come in today and talk about some different things. This is going to be a way different video than the normal ones I do, where it's mostly in-game content and talking about, the paths in Marvel Strike Force. Um, we've got that overpower system coming out on Monday. We've got no Crucible this weekend. And as you can see, I've got my game time on this account up. I'm at 1,200 days almost. We're coming up on 3 years. And I've played this game longer than that. I just have quit multiple times over the course of it. And I don't think I'm quitting, but I'm also a little bored. Right now, the in-game experience is very quick if you're not in War or Crucible. Um, there's not much for PvE, which I'm okay with because I don't really like the PvE that much anyways. And there's not much going on as far as like a progression path, which is part of the reason why I don't like Overpower. And we deal with bugs constantly. Let's go look at a few things in the game, and I just want to talk about them. First one up is Temporal Cataclysm. That's the kind of PvE we've got right now, and as you can see, I'm still at 0. I didn't even engage with it. Um, I don't like this costume. It's ugly. Same thing for the gold costumes. I'd rather keep the base skin. And 1 to 5% doesn't get me excited to participate. And I hate that, my lack of participation is going to hurt the guys up here doing this stuff. I'm glad they like it, but it's not for me. That's okay. Um, I will go in, and one of the big things that takes up my time in this game is I like thinking about defenses, and I haven't started yet because they delayed the season. I haven't even come in here and thought about it yet, and I will. I'm not quitting Marvel Strike Force. This isn't an I'm quitting video, but this is a non-sponsored. Let's talk about the competitors and check them out a little bit video. Um, I play games to play games, and I enjoy them. I do spend in this game. However, I will not be spending in these other games that I check out. Um, as you'll see, I have Raid Shadow Legends that I've tried a little bit, and I've also got Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that I've tried a little bit. They're both not very far. So there's that. And one I think I like better than the other, but I know other people like it. So, Marvel Strike Force, as we all know, originated from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but with Marvel characters. You know, the new teams, I don't like the new progression that they're doing with the 5-man lock teams. I don't like the overpower system. I'm a little worried for the game right now, and that's just me being honest. However, I do think that I can still play and enjoy the game in an overpowered world. So I will be trying to do that as when that system launches, and I will be trying to expose the strengths of the system and the weaknesses of the system. I will be trying to show you guys the best way to abuse it, and that will be my goal for while we have it. So stay tuned for that. But I think that's enough about Marvel Strike Force for today. Let's go look at Raid for a second. We'll start there. And if this is where you guys want to click off and go check out something else, I get it. But what I'm kind of thinking about is I might do like 1 or 2 videos a week where I kind of just show you my new game progression for the game I'm playing. And at the end of this video, you'll know which one I'm playing. Raid, I started playing, I think it was a couple weeks ago. And overall, like this game, I know a lot of people like it. They love the progression. They like collecting the heroes. But the type of modes that are in this game, I just don't really like get behind. It's very much about gearing your characters and building like super teams, which I get. I don't even remember where to click in here. When you go into things like doing things like this, and people getting excited about getting their runs down to 10 seconds or whatever, I don't get excited for that. This is mostly a PvE game. There is some PvP content, and I know some people love it, but the top end PvP content, which I don't even remember where you click to do that. Um, was it not here? An arena, and it's the live arena, and this just feels like normal Marvel Strike Force Arena, and I hate normal Marvel Strike Force Arena. It's very rock paper scissors or crafted in a specific way. Now it's different in this game because you can craft gear, and a lot of people use different characters, and it does a lot better. I guess this has like a pick ban system, but or maybe it's the tag team arena. I don't know. And as you can see, I didn't get far enough to figure it out. I just don't enjoy those modes as much. The types of modes I enjoy in these types of games are much more macro involved. Um, so for me, like I like being able to build teams. I like being able to have defenses. Um, I like being able to go into things like war and stump my opponent through defenses. Those are the kind of things I enjoy. So Raid Shadow Legends really doesn't meet the mark. Now I hear there is a like faction war type thing, but it's not very often. And that did sound really cool, and that was probably the one thing that made me want to stick around and check that game out longer. And the other problem I don't like about Raid is it's a lot of pretty repetitive screen time. But you know, I like doing defenses. That's what I find fun. So for me, Raid Shadow Legends isn't it. It's not one that I'm excited about. So let's bounce back over to the other one. Let's go check out the other game that I was checking out. And I bet a lot of you have already tried it. It's the original OG. It's Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Um, I've been enjoying this one so far. This is probably my day two. Both Raid and Star Wars I'm playing free to play. I don't plan to spend in these games because I don't know that I'm gonna like them. I know there's reasons that people don't like this one because of like mods and things and speed and whatnot. And I could hate it too. I'm not sure. But I'm having fun with it in different aspects. I am enjoying collecting the heroes. I find it pretty fun going down and doing the journey guides that they've got going on. Like this is their big Uber champions, and it's just like a big progression path. You know, like when I look at that for like a Marvel Strike Force, I'm like, man, I wish that Marvel Strike Force had something like this, where it's just a giant checklist to work through. And supposedly this guy gets you tons of resources and whatnot. I have no idea how to do half this stuff. I'm still kind of figuring it out. You know, this part's a little boring, having to do all these little star missions, but so was it in Marvel Strike Force. But one thing that I do really like so far about this game is it has a lot more going as far as like buffs and debuffs. It's got like a turn meter thing on the side that you can actually see what's going on. Like, you know, it's cool being able to see. You know, we still got ability blocks. Ben can taunt. Like, what else? There's other types of abilities. I was gonna look and see if I could find some for you. There's potency in this game, which I think is like increased damage. There's like leader skills and things. I think this game is less about there's like foresight, which is like dodge. What else we got? There's some more. You know, we've got like accuracy things and whatnot. There's healers in this game still. This one gives turn meter whenever she evades. She's got like an aura effect still, like, and it just feels like there's more types of progression in this game, which I think is kind of cool. You know, you got your spaceships you can collect and whatnot, which I still haven't gotten to do yet, but it seems interesting. You got your mod system, and that's probably what I'm most interested in this game, because we still have modes like this champions table, which I don't have unlocked, which is supposed to be like your Cosmic Crucible. You still have your like Battle World and War type modes that I don't have unlocked, but they eventually become available. They've got all kinds of events running that you need characters for. it feels like the roster has more uses throughout the game than our current like Marvel Strike Force roster. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of characters just like Marvel Strike Force. I will say Raid probably looks the best out of the games. Marvel Strike Force is second, and this game's third. This game kind of doesn't look great, in my opinion. And we'll do a mission just while we're here talking. I think I'm on the hard nodes now. Yeah, I just now started the hard nodes for this. We'll throw some characters in here while we're going, and that's probably my biggest disappointment. Is it kind of is not very pretty. We haven't gotten to the point where anything's hard. You know, you can see debuffs are going out, but we can click on them just like Marvel Strike Force, and they can show them the minus offense, minus crit chance. That's pretty cool. And so I really like the debuffs. I really like the. I'll try to click it when this opens up. I really like the turn meter on the side that can pop out, so you can see when characters are moving, and if someone gains turn meter, they move up in the order, so you know when things are happening. You still have raids in this game. Like, this game is the biggest, like, it's so close to Marvel Strike Force, like, it's not even funny. But it feels like instead of us getting an overpower system, which is not progression, we've actually got progression systems in this game. We've actually got things to chase. We've got this quest menu which has achievements and journey quests and things, and it seems to be kind of leading me through like the new middle game experience on what to do. And so far I'm just kind of having fun with it. I don't know that I'm gonna play it all the way. If I play it all the way in game, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see if I think it's still fun in a couple days, but right now I'm having fun with it. It's different. It's it's from someone who can enjoy mechanics and progression and working through some of that kind of stuff. It kind of meets all the marks there. What it doesn't meet is visually appealing. I still think Marvel Strike Force looks so much better. Which kind of sucks because, I really wish Marvel Strike Force looked as good as this game. You know, or sorry, I wish this game looked as good as Marvel Strike Force. Like, the animations from, like, Shadow King and the Xavier leak and things like that, like, they look amazing. Maybe not Ketchup and Mustard Man, but, Emma Frost, she looks amazing. And this is more the IP I enjoy anyways. I grew up with Star Wars, but I love the superhero stuff. Um, so from that regard, I'm still playing this game. But I think what I'm going to start doing is I want to start maybe doing like a new player progression on my experiences. It's not going to be a guide because I don't know what I'm doing. Um, but maybe I'm just going to kind of show you guys what I'm doing. Maybe you guys want to come play too. Um, maybe you guys hate it and don't want to watch it. I don't know. But I'm kind of just thinking about that. And I think I'm not the only one that's doing this stuff because we see all these other guys going and playing Raid Shadow Legends. But for me, Raid Shadow Legends isn't it. I don't find it fun because the macro environment of getting to craft your entire roster, it just doesn't feel like it's there. For Raid Shadow Legends, it's for doing bosses, and to me, that's not that fun. I don't find it that enjoyable. I don't find it that fun to do 3 seconds faster runs. It's just not something I'm into. I don't want to play go farm ability scrolls with one Uber character and four bozos. Um, that's not what I want to do. I want to PvP. I want to build teams that do stuff. I want to use my entire roster. I want to do more things like that. And I think Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes meets that mark much better than Raid Shadow Legends does. And for everybody that likes the other types, good for them. I'm glad they like it. Just like Marvel Strike Force, there's things I don't really enjoy, and if there's no rewards, I don't do them. But same thing. So if you guys like this kind of content, if you thought it was interesting. If you'd be interested in the experience, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Um, do you play both games? Do you prefer Raid Shadow Legends? Do you prefer Heroes or Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Do you prefer Marvel Strike Force? Let me know.